right. I guess we're live. Am I live? All right. Let's see. Let's get all this figured out. Okay. I think this is pretty easy. Well, if you're out there, welcome. Say hi. A little nervous, but this should be fun. So let's have some fun. That works. This works. All right. I guess we're live. I don't know. This is kind of cool. Let's just manage that. All right. All right. If you're out there, say hello. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me first? Somebody type something. I guess I'm early. All right. Southern Kitchen. Welcome. Can y'all hear me? Like, give me a thumbs up or something. I had no way of testing this. Let me see. I can hear that. Can everybody can hear me? Yes? Awesome. All right. Welcome. This is the first time I've done this, so I'm a little nervous. So bear with me. There's a lot to this that you don't really realize until you're doing it. So, all right, Mom, hello. Shelly, hello. D25, hello. Old Southern Kitchen and Garden, thank you guys for joining. I knew you'd be here. And if y'all are new to, or if y'all haven't checked out their channel, go check out their channel. Absolutely love their cooking, and I'm going to attempt some of your recipes. I just haven't yet. So, but I will. We hear and see you. Well, good. I wish I could hear and see you all, but it is what it is. So, it is super nasty here, rainy outside, or I would have done the video today. So, how are you over in Louisiana? Or what's everyone growing? How about that? Let's do gardening. What's everyone growing? Or does everyone have a garden going yet? Mom, I know you do. Let's see. So this all works. So y'all got to help talk to me. Let's see. I'd love to start an herb garden. What kind of herbs? Cilantro grows really good here in our area. So does sage, thyme, man, pretty much everything, honestly. Just got to keep it in the shade. That's what I've learned. Shade is good. I got stuff going on everywhere. Peppers, cauliflowers, tomato, and lots of herbs. Nice. I had cauliflower growing and the freezes killed it for me. So if you've still got it growing where you are, that's awesome. Where are you, by the way? D25 or Dia25? Sorry if I said that wrong. Peppers, tomatoes, basil, rosemary, and mint. Okay, one thing about mint, do not put it anywhere near your ground, near your garden. Keep it in a container on concrete because mint is a weed. Once it hits the ground, you're never getting rid of it. And I've got 3 big old things of mint in one of my raised beds that I will never get rid of. So if you like mint, put it in your ground. You'll never get rid of it. Tell you that. Basil's great. What else? Rosemary. I've got a 3-year-old rosemary bush out there growing. It's been in a container the whole time, and it's a beast. So great container. herb right there. Basil, if you're growing tomatoes, put a lot of basil around your tomatoes. If y'all haven't heard that, companion planting, I'm real big on. The basil will help mask the smell of the tomatoes from the moth that brings in the tomato hornworms. So the more basil you can have around your tomatoes, the better. Trust me. That's all I've got going out there is basil and tomatoes, like nuts. Alabama. All right, Alabama. Starts as my husband waited too late. Hey, at least you've got it going. This year for this channel, I'm doing everything from seed. So constantly keeping on track of all the seeds that have to keep being planted, and it's overwhelming. So I get it. It's rough, but it's going to be fun. Either going to succeed or fail. That's for sure. I'm kind of half and half, to be honest, so far, but we'll see. You found mint on sale, bought 8 different kinds of mint. Oh, Lord. That's a lot of mint. That is a lot of mint. Hello, second grade teacher. That is a lot of mint, but again, make sure you keep it in containers up on concrete, like for sure. No doubt. That will keep you from having a lot of minty weeds out there. So 8 different kinds of mint. Hey, you've got to list them, Southern Garden, Southern Kitchen. You got to list the mints. That's a lot of mint. I'm sure you got chocolate, regular, whatever other kinds. I can't wait to read all these. What else we got going here? Herb gardens. Is anyone growing beans yet? Like just bush beans or vining beans? Any kind of beans out there yet? Or is it just really here where so I think I've got 4 or 5 different types of beans going out there right now. Still got a lot of garden that I have to plant, but I'm waiting for my starts to grow. So that's part of the process of not properly planting the seeds correctly, which is what I did. Mosquitoes, lavender, What's another one? Lemongrass. Lavender and lemongrass are 2 big ones that helps get rid of, helps keep mosquitoes away. I don't know if anything can really get rid of them. Be nice if Mother Nature just end it for us. But what other kinds of plants out there, guys, to help ward off mosquitoes? I know lavender, lemongrass. I'm not sure of any other ones. Just plant a lot. Try to have them everywhere. Lavender, I just learned, actually likes a very dry soil. And I thought it was the other way around. So no wonder I couldn't keep lavender growing. So something I just learned the other day. So what other questions we got out there, everyone? This is kind of fun. A little nervous, but it's all right. He planted contender beans. What is that? What is a contender bean? Is it a vining bean? I guess I can Google it. I don't really want to Google it though while I'm doing this. Did the second grade love mint in my water? Yes, I've heard that. I've definitely heard that. So mint is great, and I have too much of it. So there's an idea for everyone out there. Add mint to your water. That'd be good. Green beans. Okay, green beans. Good grief. Strawberry, lime, grapefruit, orange, sweet pear. Those are all mint? Wow. I've smelled the chocolate one. I had that here, I think 2 years ago, and I did everything I could to rip it out of one of the gardens. And I think I might have finally got it out. I don't know. But I've never heard of all those other ones. Huh. But that's pretty cool. But they smell good too, right? So that's cool. What else we got here? How do you feel about raised gardens versus in-ground gardens? Oh, that's a good question. Well, I kind of have both out there. I have raised, I have raised beds that are directly to the ground, and then I have raised like beds that are, up off the ground. I like them both, honestly, but I think the raised bed is better for me because I have a really clay soil out there, and digging down into that is just, I'm not going to do it. So raising it up and then having a good layer or a really good soil that you can constantly amend that will break down and go deeper and deeper and deeper is more what I like to do. And I've really had no problems with it at all. Really none. I can't think of one drawback to any of my raised beds. Maybe if I had built them a little different, especially the one along the fence line. I kind of just threw those in there hoping it would look good, and it's worked, but some of the stones have shifted. So yeah, if I had to do anything different, I would change the way that back raised bed is, but I like them both. I don't really have any issues, honestly. Do you fertilize and how often? Yes. I amend the soil twice a year with compost, about a half-inch layer of compost. I did it in January. No, I did it in December. Then I'll do it again right before the summer crops start. And so August, no, July. So I amend twice with just a straight compost, a good organic compost. And you want to make sure that wherever you're buying your stuff, you really know what they do to make their compost. You want to make sure they're not putting in a bunch of stuff that's going to destroy your garden, for lack of a better word there, or term. But and then I like to use fish emulsion every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the plant. Tomatoes, it's every 2 weeks. I don't care. And through the whole growing season, I'm in them every 2 weeks with the fish emulsion. And then everything else is about every 3 weeks. So peppers and the beans and squash and zucchinis and what else do I have out there? Cucumbers, all the citruses and figs. That's every 3 weeks, especially once it starts to get hot, for sure. I love the questions. Keep them coming. All right. Contender beans or bush beans? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Bush beans are great for containers. I've got a container out here that is, I can't move it because if I touch it, it crumbles because the sun has just baked that plastic for 2 years. So I just planted a bunch of bush beans in there, and they're going crazy. So I'm excited for those to actually start producing, for sure. What's your favorite fruit to grow? Favorite fruit? I guess it'd be figs. I think I have, what do I got? I have 5 different types of fig trees out there, all in containers also. I don't have any actual trees or fruit trees of any kind actually in the ground. Everything's in a container, and they are doing really good, all of them. In fact, the leaves are insane. The growth coming off of all the figs this year so far is just blowing my mind. It's crazy how much growth is on these plants out here. It's really cool though. Yeah, figs for sure would probably be my favorite just because it's the easiest. And one thing I've learned, even though they say figs can self-pollinate, I would recommend 2 or 3 fig trees. Don't have to be the same varieties. They could be, whatever. But I've noticed since I've put 2 together, and now I think I have 5 or 6, 7. I think I have 5 types of figs and 7 trees out there. I'd have to go look, I don't remember, but since putting them all together, they produce and they cross pollinate, and I've gotten a lot more figs. Now I did pick one a little too soon a little while ago. So for the one I gave the fig to, sorry, it happens. Watermelon or cantaloupe? I've had mixed reviews. I've had mixed outcomes growing both of these. Last year, I had one cantaloupe grow that grew really good, and it came from a student from a second grade classroom. She gave me a seed from a cantaloupe that she ate, and I planted it, and the thing grew. Blew my mind, and it produced a big cantaloupe. But I've only been able to grow one. Now, watermelons, I think I had 5 or 6 last year, maybe a little bit more than that. I'm not sure. I would say it's an equal, it's 50-50. I don't think either one of them's easy for me yet. But I am trying them in a different place this year. I'm keeping the cantaloupe in the same area over here in this corner, but I'm putting all the watermelons in the bed right over here. That should give it my thought process is I don't want the afternoon sun baking the watermelon bed. So I think I might have better success with them over here, but we'll see. Everything's an experiment for me with gardening. Well, not everything, but I like experimenting. What's the biggest challenge in growing Texas heat? I say the Texas heat. You can't water enough here in August. Once the heat kicks in, here it's brutal. But I don't think the wet seasons bother me too much. I don't mind the rain. In fact, it's raining or it's drizzling and nasty outside right now. That just means I don't have to go out and water. Let Mother Nature water. So I would say the Texas heat is a killer. It's very, very hard. Do you use mulch at all in your garden? I do use a mulch. I did that last year for a few of the plants, or actually for 2 of the beds. Yeah, the pepper bed, and then where the single seed challenge plants for last year were, I mulched. And if you're going to mulch in your vegetable gardens, you want to do an organic brown hardwood mulch. Don't get the pines or the dyed materials or any of that. Not saying that would hurt your plants, but I'm not putting dyed stuff on top of plants that I want to later eat the fruit from. So an all natural hardwood mulch is what I use out here. And what's good about that is as it breaks down, the wood breaks down, it just pushes more nutrients down into the soil. So there's another way that you're amending your beds when you're not technically going out to amend them. You're letting nature break everything down and slowly amend your beds for you. So, work smarter, not harder. For sure. But what else we got? Did I miss anybody? Let's see. Love mint in the water. Yes. What else? How often do you work in your garden? Every day. Over the winter, no, not going to lie. Not out there as much because I'm throwing out compost and amending and just letting nature break everything down. And then I'm preparing for spring. So in the wintertime, I'm not out there as much, to be completely real. Now that it's spring here in zone 9A, and the weather is actually spring weather here in zone 9A, I'm out there every day. In the evening for an hour, 2 hours or so, because I'm watering, I'm planting, I'm transplanting, I'm taking out weeds, looking for pests. I'm already getting hit with pests already. 2 of my eggplants have been eaten by something, and I can't find what it is. So I'm a little annoyed, but yeah. And the leaf-footed bugs are already starting to come in out here. I've already killed 2 yesterday, and we're in the middle of March. It's going to be a pest season. I feel it, but it's part of it. But I'm out there a lot. In fact, I was out there just before I came in here and jumped on here. So No, no problem. Thank you for taking the single seed challenge into your classroom. And for those of you that watch the channel and follow that, the viewer there, Rocio, is the second grade teacher that I always allude to, and she's been on one of the videos last year also as a special guest here. But it's teachers like you and that make this fun. Give me another avenue of attacking this journey and this gardening journey. I don't know any other way to say it, but yeah. So I'm glad your students are loving the videos. That last one that I just did the other day blew my mind, because as I walked out to film that is when I saw that tomato. I hadn't even gone out there to look at the plants until I was going to film. So that was really cool. I wish I had been filming it when I saw it, because I kind of like freaked out. But if y'all watch enough of these videos, you know how I get super giddy and excited. So just started my single seed challenge a couple days ago. What did you plant? What kind of vegetable or what kind of plant did you plant? Always excited to hear about the single seed challenge. It's so fun. It's so easy to do. And there's another viewer that messaged me a lot. I actually have that pepper that what a small world. I just planted the start yesterday for that pepper. If it's the one I think it is, which I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. So pepper plants are great. Remember, the perennials, so they'll keep coming back and back. So as you're doing your single seed challenge, just have fun with it. Show all the milestones of that plant, and just enjoy it. But I do have a subscriber who has told me that his wife, who used to not like gardening, actually started a single seed challenge for herself, and she's loving it. And now she's wanting to expand to other things. So it's not just for kiddos or that way, which is the way that I take it, because I like the teaching aspect and the getting students excited for growing. It's really a gift you can give someone, and it might not pay off right away, but if you're planting that seed, that's all that matters, because that's what my grandmother did for me many, 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 many years ago. So yeah. This is the third year, right? Yeah. Love it. And many more to go. Many more to go. Do you grow potatoes? Yes. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 different types of potatoes growing out there. And I have sweet potatoes that I'm trying to grow from seed sweet potatoes, which I've never seen. I thought you always had to do starts with those, which is a video coming this week. Not starts, I'm sorry, slips. Starting your sweet potato slips. But I do have a video on that coming this week, because it's about time to get your slips started. So in about a month and a half, you can plant. So by the beginning of November, you can harvest. And then when you cure them, you've got time to then be ready for Thanksgiving. So always got to be preparing way ahead of time. That is one thing I've learned from gardening, for sure. The fig trees here, LP plus, where are you at? Where in the country or the world are you? I know for here, the fig trees, I actually didn't have to take into the garage this year, but I did. Next year, I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave them out there and let them do their thing, because I'm constantly being told that figs will make it through the winters that we have here in the 9A Houston area. So I'm probably not going to overwinter them this coming year, but your lemon trees and your citruses, you definitely want to, for sure. I think I lost one tree the first year that I started gardening, before I actually started this channel. And it kind of made me really sad. It's like, you don't want to lose stuff. You just want stuff to grow. So sweet potatoes. Yep, sweet potatoes are good. I actually had one of my sweet potatoes that I grew last year that somebody made for me that I actually liked. So that was pretty cool. Never liked sweet potatoes very much, but I like growing them and I like giving stuff away. So it all works out. So I'm sorry, I was reading here. Missed the first year, the second year you grew squash and cucamelon. Okay, cool, cool. I've never grown a cucamelon. My squash are finally starting to bloom out, or not bloom, but they're starting to put on their true leaves and everything. So I'm hoping for a really good squash zucchini spring. Praying that the vine borers stay away, but we'll see. You never know. I do have the mothball water buckets out there already, and there are certain areas in the garden that all you smell is mothballs, which isn't really good, but it's good to keep those vine borer moths away. So I'll just deal with it and hopefully have a lot of squash and zucchini. So, oh, okay. Okay. Overwintered your grandparents' fig trees. That's cool. What else here? Thank you. Cheers to you. Yes. Yes. Cheers to any teacher that takes anything into the classroom that's a little different and makes students excited and just, I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So you're from Michigan. All right. So it's still cold up there, right? I'm sorry. I've got family that lives in Detroit, and like 2 weeks ago, I think they had like 4 inches of snow, and we were down here in the 70s and 80s. So, yeah, I don't like winters. Not that kind of winter. And I've had my share of those cold winters. So, yes, fig trees and citruses in containers is great. Just, I think my last video was on containers, if I'm not mistaken. I've filmed a few since I posted that one, so I'm trying to remember. But I think my last one that I posted was for containers, and that's the whole key to containers is you can move everything around. And I saved all of those citrus trees because I was able to get them into the basically my dining room before an Arctic sleet rainstorm hit that I should have known about, but I didn't. So whatever. Okay, cucamelons. Recommend it for kids. Okay, I'll check it out. I'm game for anything. I love growing. Where did your love of growing begin? Now, that's a good question. My grandmother, my mom's mom, I spent a lot of time with her growing up, and she had a garden in her backyard. In fact, I think one of my milestone videos, I think it was the 100th video. I dedicate the majority of that video to her, and she set that seed. And it took 30 years for it to take shape up here, but yeah, it was my grandmother, my mom's mom, that really got me. Yeah, it was her. I don't want to say anything else and get all emotional, but it was my mom's mom, my maternal grandmother. She was awesome. And she didn't have a big garden, but she could grow some cucumbers, man. Yeah, but thank you for that question. Make me cry in front of everybody. No, I'm joking. Mom, you still on here? Hope you're not crying. 40s and 50s. Okay, I can handle that. Mild temps, epic storm. Yeah, there she is. All right, good. Hope you're not crying. Yeah, I don't know how you all handle the winters or your gardening's way up north. I would feel that you have to really be on top of your calendar game because your all's growing seasons are so short. Like I don't watch as many people on YouTube as I used to before I started this channel because I don't want to be jaded by what someone else might be saying or what videos they're producing. I want to kind of keep everything that I do to me. But I used to, when I first started watching everything to learn gardening, because I watched YouTube, M.I. Gardner Luke up there in Michigan was one of the guys I watch, and then James Prigioni, the gardening channel, is another guy that I watch a lot, and they're both way north, Michigan and New Jersey. So I know their seasons have got to be like so short, but I would feel you really have to be on top of your seed game, your calendar game. I mean, last and first expected frost dates. I mean, it's a lot up there. I watched Scott Head, Black Gumbo Southern Gardening, and then Brian over on Next Level Gardening. Those are the two that I watch a lot now. Just because Brian and I kind of have a friendship. He's been like a mentor in this whole YouTube journey of mine, but they're both Southern, Black Gumbo Southern Gardening is about 60 miles from me. Maybe 70, I don't know. And then, Brian's over in Southern California. So our climates are totally different than those northern climates, obviously. And the gardening game up north has just got to be brutally like on point, I would feel, where you have to really have certain vegetables that grow quick, like quick maturing carrots and radishes, zucchinis, things of that nature. That would just probably stress me out a lot. Cucamelons would be fun. Okay. Well, I'll totally give it a shot. I've never even heard of a cucamelon. So, and I don't want to Google it right now, but I'll totally check it out. Yes. Yeah, I bet you're totally on top of the forecasts and calendars for sure. Yeah, no doubt. I was not scared of the camera back then. I don't think I've ever really been scared of it. Just been more I don't know. It doesn't bother me now. I feel like I'm talking to a person when I'm talking to the phone, which every video I've produced has been on this phone right here. Every one of them. So it's just me talking to this phone. That's all it is. And I feel like I'm talking to you as I'm talking to that phone. And I think that's the key, Dale, there at Old Southern Kitchen and Garden. I think that's the key to anything with YouTube or TikTok or anything else that someone does. You just got to feel comfortable in front of the camera and just talk. And once I just started relaxing in front of everything and just letting it flow instead of trying to be scripted. And I think the fun part is just having fun with it. And then you come in and edit, and then that's when you can change, all the ums and the barking dogs and, that stuff. So just have fun with it. I think that's the key to everything. Well, thank you. I feel I've come I'm doing a live right now and I'm incredibly nervous. Hopefully you can't see it. But yeah, just having fun with this. All right. I was made to be a star. No. Calm down. I'm just Chad. Oh, Aaron, you're in here. Good. Yes. That was the video I put my grandmother in. Yeah. And Aaron, I believe, is the one, the subscriber that I talked to, that I mentioned earlier about the single seed challenge. So welcome. I'm glad you made it. I was hoping you would, as I was hoping everybody would, honestly. I'm sorry if I'm looking down. That's where all the scrolling stuff is, and I'm still trying to get used to this. So it's kind of cool. And I've got a big screen up here that I figured I'd have everything here instead of me looking like this the whole time. So nobody wants to look up my nose. What else we got going? I'm sorry, I got squirreled there. Yes, the 2 hoop houses that he made. I was actually going to make a greenhouse over the winter, so I didn't lose my entire pepper bed. And I never got around to making the greenhouse, which was going to sort of be tailored after his hoop houses, but never got out there to do it, and I lost that pepper bed. So start all over. I don't think the camera loves me, but thank you. Very, very kind. I cannot grow any brassicas. So if anyone has any advice on how to grow brassicas, which are like cabbages, broccolis, Brussels sprouts, that family, please share it, because I cannot grow those for anything. And it's like my Achilles heel, I guess. Yeah, cold weather crops for sure. In April. No, I got it. I got you. So that's when you all start your growing. Is that time of year? Okay, I got you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Having fun with this. Veggies. Hey, even in an apartment, container gardening. I know a guy who knows a guy who could teach you how to grow in containers. Just saying. But again, container gardening, we're back to container gardening again. This is why I did that video on it. You don't need a lot of space. The biggest thing with the container is you just got to remember to fertilize and water. And other than that, honestly, there's not a lot to it. Making sure it gets the proper amount of sun for whatever plant you're growing, obviously. But yeah. You can't see that I'm nervous. Okay, that's good, because I can't keep my leg from shaking. But hey, if you can't see it, all right. Gardening knowledge are the best. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't think we have a podcast down here. We have the gardening channel, but I never liked the guy that ran the gardening channel. He always seemed too, I don't know, pompous, I guess. I don't know. But maybe I'll look into that. That'd be helpful. Even in the cooler months, I can't get any brassicas to grow. Like they just won't. I might not have a green thumb for them. I'm not sure. Oh, a tangelo. So that's a mix between what? A tangerine and something? That sounds interesting. Hey, tell me what kind of tree that is, Jarvis. That'd be great. And welcome, by the way. Welcome. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Aaron. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely LP to Rocio there. There's a lot you can do on a patio. Believe me, there's a lot. You're too kind. Thank you for that. They love fall and winter months, which, see, I planted all that in October or November here, late November. And by January, everything was dead. So I just don't know. No, I have not tried starting them inside. I've never even thought of that. So yeah, I will totally do that. I didn't know you were nervous. That's good, because I am. But this is fun. So I feel like I'm talking to the camera, except the camera's talking back. Is a mix between a tangerine and an orange. Okay. Did you get it from a big box store or like a local grower? That's interesting, because I have a Calamandan out here. I don't know if any of y'all like tart citrus that is just too tart. If you do, totally Etsy. Sorry, got squirreled. Totally get a Calamandan tree. That's the tartest thing on the planet, and mine will not stop growing. It just produces nonstop year round. So it's good. But I have a mandarin tree out there that has not, it's still alive, but it hasn't really produced even flowers yet, actually. So yes, beyond tart. Oh, in fact, I gave Rocio, the second grade teacher here last year, a bunch of, was it last year or the first year that I think it was the first year when she was, so not the second grade class, but I think it was her third grade class. I gave her a whole bunch of those Calamandans to take to the class, because I did a video where it about killed me. That tartness is too much for me. But all her students thought I was a big wuss. So maybe it's not as tart as I make it out to be, but I can't do them. I can't do them. Meyer lemons. I've got a bunch of Meyer lemons out here. I think 2 of those, and they are just now. This is my second year having them, and they are just now starting to put on actual fruit. So they take time. That's one thing about the trees. They take time. Yeah, see, same here. I cannot do a brassica to save my life. No, I did have some cabbages actually growing, and I was like all excited because finally got a brassica growing, and the freeze hit and they were gone. So I think this year I might just try doing them in a container, like 1 cabbage seed or start per container, and just see if I can do it that way. I don't know. Any ideas? Never thought of that until just now. So maybe I'll try that. Yeah, 1 to 2 years for sure for the citrus trees, no doubt at all. Unless you get lucky, like my calamondin, I think as I was buying it, it started producing fruit. I don't know. This thing has just not stopped. Which I'm not complaining, but wish it was a fruit that I liked. So, is what it is. Also tried lime trees. I've got a lot of lime trees that are doing really good. So if your lemon trees do good for you, get some lime trees. I've had no problems with any of them. And I've actually bought all of these citrus trees, except for one from like Home Depot or Lowe's, one of those 2. I did get 1 lemon tree from a grower down in southern Texas. I cannot remember the name of that grower. Darn it. I can't remember it. That's kind of bugging me. Panzanella citrus. Panzanella citrus. Check him out on Facebook, or I don't know if he has an Instagram, but Panzanella, and I cannot remember how to spell it, but P-A-N Zanella. I don't know, citrus. Really good dude. He's the 3rd largest private grower in Texas, and it's all in his backyard. But his backyard is insane. So once a year or twice a year, he holds an open house, and that's where I got the different lemon tree. Yeah, from. So good idea. Try starting them indoors. Yeah, I think I'm going to give that a shot. I mean, why not, right? And I'll do a video show failure, succeed on it, as always. So I want to back up, make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I've been keeping up on this pretty good. Yeah, the cabbage moths. See, I haven't had to deal with those because I really haven't had cabbage, but any moth just bothers me now. Like, am I the only one when you walk in your backyard or anywhere you're growing something and you see a moth, you kind of like freeze for a second because you're like, I'm going to kill it? Yeah, I don't like moths. You never know which one is the good one. So that's why I do the mothball water out there, and I just try to keep them all away until the plants are good and strong. And you can't keep them all away, but if you can keep those vine borers away before the plant, gets strong, that's I think the best thing to do. Oh, it was last year's? I could have swore it was the year before, but it makes sense. So that was when Mason was there, right? Okay, I got you. Mason's year. All right. Yes, but yep, there it is. Sonia Coons right there. That's my mom, everyone. She that's the citrus grower I was just now talking about. That guy is great. Great. He does classes where he teaches you how to blend, splice together. I forgot the term for that. Different trees together. Really cool place to go, especially if you're here in the Houston area, Southern Texas area. That guy sells a whole lot of stuff. He's, an older gentleman and just knows so much. Really cool guy to go check out. What else? Propagation. What do you mean by propagation? What did I miss? Pineapple squash. Oh. Oh, so later in the growing season is when you started your squashes. Okay. Huh. It's an idea. Because I've already got them going out here. So that grafting. Thank you. Grafting. Yeah. I've already got 1, 2. I think I have 4 zucchini / squash growing right now. My favorite one is the Rampincati, the Rampincati zucchini. And of course, I am not prepared, but Baker Creek sells those seeds, and those get so big, and they are so tasty. I had so many of them last year. I was giving them away. They were very, very, very good. It's like a sweet zucchini, not a sweet. It's a mild zucchini, and once they start growing, it is on. It is on. Oh yes, propagation and grafting. Yes. Okay, that sounds exciting. I like anything that sounds different. I always want to try to grow. I guess that's the kid in me. It could be grown summer. All right, cool. It's an idea. I'm going to write that one down or screenshot that one. But yeah. Well, everyone, we're at 45 minutes. Should we keep going or call it a day? Y'all tell me. That's my first poll question. I do want to thank everyone who has shown up. We got currently 13 viewers, so that's awesome. Very excited about that. And I want to make sure I go back through. I wanted to try to hit everything I could. No, you can't always do that. All right. Yeah. So just to finish this first one here, I want to thank y'all for coming, giving me 45 minutes of your time on a Sunday, and I hope to do this a lot more. If you all enjoyed this, please drop a comment once this video hits, because I think once I end it, it becomes a video. I'm not sure. We're about to find out, though. I think that's how it works. So, but again, thank y'all. Real Truck, thoroughly enjoying your live chat. Well, thank you. Enjoying you being here. Hey, if you've got more to say, keep gardening. Right. I could keep talking, but I don't know if everyone wants to keep listening. But yeah, hey, I do want to thank everyone again. This was fun. I was super nervous, not gonna lie. It's totally different talking to a camera as opposed to live people. But definitely had fun with this. I think on the next one, what I'll do is I'll put out I'll maybe just put out a survey on a few topics people really want to talk about or vote on, and then kind of have more of an idea or a direction to start the stream off with. But I really enjoyed this. Thank you all, everyone. It's good to talk to so many of y'all that I talk to through comments, but not actually talk to. So this was really cool, and hope everyone has a great Sunday. What's left of it for wherever you are. And, like I always say, shine bright and harvest hard, but take care and God bless. And until next time.